Yo, welcome back to another episode of the After 5 podcast. You're watching the official channel. If you're new to the channel, please stick around, leave a comment, like this video, and subscribe to the channel. Let me know if y'all like it, what we can change. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back, family. Thank you for the love and support. All my people who are diehards of our channel and rock with us and been there since the beginning, please go to our website, aliafter5.com, and join our forum, and let's start talking to each other and meeting each other so we can make some plans where we can meet up and throw big parties together and stuff like that. Also, I know y'all got ideas of what y'all want to see on the podcast. Put them in the forum. Let's talk about it. So we got 2 episodes dropping this week, one of them being today with Tabatha Vail. I interviewed her for the podcast Lord of Perfected Work, which is my personal segment on this channel. And then we interviewed Terrell Woodard with the original After 5 cast, Ali Fabo and Drew. So please stick around, like, comment, subscribe, share with somebody if you think the video will help them. It's Lord Shu. Let's get into this episode. What it do, y'all? Welcome back to another episode on After 5 the podcast. You are watching Lord of Perfected Work, and it is I, the host, Lord Shu. Today, I have a very, very, very special guest from my home state of Arkansas. Her name is Tabatha Vail. She is the founder and CEO of T&J Cleaning. She has 20 plus years, probably even more. She might have been born into this, but I won't keep talking. I'll let her explain herself, what she is, what she does, who she is. But first, I just want to say I've been looking forward to this all week. I really am appreciative that you're coming on the platform and spending time with me today. Could have been anywhere, but you're here with me, and I'm grateful. I want to thank you for also being so proactive in building a relationship with my brand and just with me in general as a person. So thank you, and I want to give you a warm welcome to After 5 the podcast.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
Yes.
It's all love.
Yes. So I'm Tabatha, founder of T&J Cleaning Service here in Marion, Arkansas. I have been cleaning for 20 plus years. I grew up in the cleaning business with my grandparents. So they still operate their cleaning business till today. My grandmother has since passed on, and my grandfather, he still cleans, and he's 73 years old. So he's looking to retire soon. And so we all had the opportunity to clean the children, the grandchildren, and also the great grandchildren. And so unfortunately, it's going to stop there. So, he can enjoy the rest of his life, as a retired person. So I started my cleaning business in 2021. And I just really stepped out on faith when I did it. I structured my business in March of 2021. And I was looking for clients, and I worked a job where I supervised CNAs, like 50 plus of them. So it was a lot of work and just a lot of tension. And, considering the trauma that I dealt with losing my son, it was a lot to try to break back into the workplace, and it just wasn't for me. When I wanted to take off, it's a problem. You have court dates, and you'll take off work, and then you get to court and they say, oh well, we're not having court today. So it just kind of takes a toll on you when you are trying to fight for justice, still trying to live, work, and, to do your job to the best of your ability. And so one day I gained my first client, and that was on a Tuesday. And they called me and they said, we would like to go with your company. And I was like, yes. So on Wednesday, I was like, you know what? today is my last day of work. I'm like, I'm going to step out on faith in this new journey. And so that's what I did. So I called my husband. I was like, I'm coming home. I was like, I quit. He was like, well, come home because I'm tired of you talking about it. I was like, I'm
Right.
coming home. So I tell you, and I talked to him about 12:30 is when I told him. And so I got back to my desk. I made sure everybody on, the premises, was good. And I was like, okay, well, I was like, I'll, see y'all later. So I went back to my desk and I was getting everything together. And the administrator called me to her office and she was like, I need to talk to you. I knew it was something
Right.
right there. And then I heard, and anytime there's someone else in the office and they need to talk to you, it's always a problem.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, you know what? These problems are not my problems anymore. So I left with all of my things and she was like, we'll have to meet tomorrow. And I was like, no need. Here are my keys. She was like, you're not going to give a 2 weeks notice. I was like, no, no, because a job would not give you 2 weeks when they want to fire you. They're gonna let it build up, and then they're just gonna fire you. But then they want you to give them a 2 weeks notice when you're gonna leave. I think not.
Nah,
I think
exactly.
not.
That's
No.
that's a setup.
Yes, yes, it is a setup. So I have enjoyed this journey, the flexibility, um, with my family, and just being a millennial. I value work life balance. Just
Yes.
being in a building all day, working for someone 40 plus hours, and then they give you a certain amount of pay. Then you have to ask them to be off. And, it's just, that just,
It's a lot.
it didn't, yeah, and it did
Yeah.
sit well with me years ago, and it still doesn't sit well with me. And I do have a master's of science in healthcare administration. So I can oversee a nursing home, a hospital, and you know, it's a senior level.
Skills.
Yeah. But it was like you left all of that to clean. Sure did. And I would do it over. And I would do it over. I have a gently used degree if anybody wants it.
Right. It's like fresh out the packaging almost.
Yes, barely used it. I only used it 6 months.
Yo, that's really awesome. So pretty much you like your level of awareness is what basically turned you into an entrepreneur. I mean, it almost seemed like you was just made for it, made to be an entrepreneur. So going off of that, what kind of advice would you have for entrepreneurs who are looking to maybe get into what you're doing or just to get started? Like what's step one?
Step one is to structure your business the proper way.
Mm,
I see a lot of people that, do it as a hobby and they do it for so long and they never reap the benefits of being an actual business. Like you have to fully structure your business in order to be a business. Otherwise it's a hobby if you're not, structured in any way. And stay the course. It gets hard. I had to be comfortable with making $7,000 to $10,000 a month to making $2,000 a month. But that just
mm,
kind of, it just kind of
yeah.
comes with it. Yeah. So, you just have to do something different that you didn't do the previous month or the previous year. So what I decided to do is network. I'd never networked my business. I never advertised my business. And so when I finally went forward with Facebook and
Mhm.
Instagram, it was like, oh, congratulations on your business. But I just
Right.
celebrated 2 years on March the 25th. So
Hey,
it's
congratulations.
thank you. Thank
For
you.
sure.
So it's, and I mean, because I was just so busy doing the work and, trying to make it my own to build that foundation, to build the empire, generational wealth. And
Yes.
I just felt like I didn't have time to advertise it. So now I'm able to do a lot of more networking, a lot of more advertising. So that has really helped me along the way.
Okay. And did you have any help with the structuring of it, or you pretty much just like gung ho it and just was like, I'm just gonna figure this out?
So I did, of course, my grandfather has the business side of it. So he wanted me to go the franchise route.
Right.
And when I went and looked into it, it just didn't make sense for me to pay someone royalty fees
Yeah.
every month, for something that I could do. Um, And I was like, I'm gonna try to do this on my own. So I structured my business, and then I ended up getting with a mentor, Katrina Johnson. And so
Mm,
she has Tenacity Academy. And so
okay.
I was her mentee for 90 days. And so she actually found my first contract for me. So I'm forever
Nice.
grateful. So I paid $1,000 for the mentorship program, and it was
Okay.
worth every penny because I gained like 19,000, like, so it
Yeah,
paid
yeah.
for itself. So you have to invest in yourself. Someone says, oh, well, I don't want to pay that kind of money. You can do your own research, but then too, you also pay for people's time, to put the courses together, to, put all this information together. You pay for the time because they have actually saved you a lot of time. Now, granted, I did have to do a lot of work after that,
Yeah.
because sometimes courses are only set up to a certain extent. But the real thing is the real life experience. Like, the book doesn't tell you about the different kind of customers you'll deal with, the
Mhm.
different kind of industries you deal with. Everything is different. So you just kind of have to do your own research, and and just try to make the best decisions as
Right.
possible, and
Yeah,
always
yeah.
set aside a day to plan for the week, to know what it's going to look like, because it can get out of hand really quick.
Like real fast.
Yes, real
Nah,
fast.
you right. Like before we got on here, we was just talking about micromanaging and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You just don't expect it. A lot of the time you see businesses on TV and it just kind of looks so smooth because they got the commercial and they making money.
Right.
But there's all that stuff behind the scenes. And then when you get into business, you're like, man, I wish they had a manual for this specifically for the pitfalls of business. But
Right.
so let me ask you this then. Did you have any like is there certifications that you had to get with your business, or you can just jump straight into this and just start working?
You can actually just jump straight into it and start working.
What?
Yes.
Okay.
Um, and I would say I took $500 of my money to start everything. That included um all of the structure for my business, LLC, all of
Okay.
that stuff, a vacuum cleaner, cleaning products,
Yeah.
and and of course, as you grow, everything grows. So
Yeah.
I have like 6 vacuum cleaners, and I realized, and two, been in healthcare, which I feel like health and cleaning is transferable to each other,
Hmm.
because everything that I have done in healthcare, which I have 11 plus years of healthcare experience, I was able to implement that in my cleaning business as well. So, learning to wipe the door handles down, the high touch places, the different products that works
Okay.
for this industry doesn't work for this particular industry. So,
Okay.
um, just and having knowledge about it too. And I do research, different products to use for, different things. I'm actually working on my own cleaning solutions. So I want something that's all naturals, because a lot of the chemicals are very, very harsh. So I want to
Cool.
work on like an all natural product line that's effective, that could, kill the bacteria, germs, everything. So I am looking to have that sometimes this year, or the beginning of next year.
Okay. And all the products you use right now are pretty much like eco-friendly type of products for the
Yes,
most part.
yes,
Okay.
yes, yes,
Word.
yep,
Okay. She care
yep,
about the earth, y'all. And
yeah,
herself first with the earth, like that's important. So
yes. And my son, he's all into that, save the earth. And
nice. Okay.
yeah,
Bet.
yeah,
That's what's
so
up.
yeah.
All right. Well, so you can take us through a day in the life of Tabitha working in your company and just like you don't have to give us like all the details, but just kind of like typically what a day would be like working.
So of course, first thing in the morning, when I drop my son off at school, I go
Hmm.
clean the post office, which is like 2 minutes away. So I actually gained that account with him so he can make money. And unfortunately, he left
Nice.
me hanging. So I'm
Ah, man.
cleaning, yeah. So I'm cleaning it myself, and he'll help every now and again.
That's good.
I also clean Airbnb, so I have
Hmm.
those from time to time. But I hired 3 W-2 employees. So I'm very excited about that for my
Hey,
second year. So
nice work.
Yeah, yeah. So that lets me know that, I'm growing. Making sure that their schedule, everyone is in place for the week,
Mhm.
making sure everyone has all their supplies that they need, checking in with my customers to ensure that, they're happy. If there's anything else that we need to do,
Mhm.
please reach out, send emails. I've also been working on grants as well. So just, trying to work on that, getting more money. And of course, the more money you want or ask for, there's a lot of more work involved. So I've
Oh
been
yeah.
doing that. Yeah, been doing that on and off, kind of working on paragraphs, every now and again. But I also still work in the business too, physically. So I still clean as well. So hopefully by the summertime, I'll be able to step back and actually scale and grow the business, because you can't grow and scale if you're actually still doing the
Yep.
work. So that has been one thing. Yeah, that has
That's a
been one
gem for
thing.
y'all.
Yeah. Yeah, that's that one thing that has not allowed me to grow, I feel, because, it's one of those things. I feel like no one can clean like I clean. And when it's just me, I'm 5 stars. I've never had anything
Mhm.
below 5 stars. And so I like to keep it that way. So when I bring someone on, I let them know, hey, I've had 5 stars alone. So if I train you, then I should still have 5 stars. So and I'm like, and I understand people do it different ways, but when you do it your way, just make sure that it's efficient, it looks good, and there'll be no complaints. So
Word, okay. So it sounds like you be pretty busy, like from beginning to finish every day.
yes.
So in all of that time, like how do you make time for yourself? Like, do you have time to relax ever? Not really.
Not really. Only when only when it's time to go to sleep. That's about the only time that I do have.
Yeah.
Saturdays I do, try to take a break, try to rest, but then something always calls. So,
Sound
it's
like
just,
me.
yeah, it's just part of being a business owner and being that first POC, person of contact. So, with me having 3 W-2 employees, I'm actually going to look for an assistant
Mhm.
next, and to help take on some phone calls and do some bookings and
Mhm.
things like that. And then, as I grow a little bit, maybe hire operations manager so I can really, really step back and just deal with the administrative side of it.
So everybody watching, pay attention to what she's saying because these are actually very necessary pieces. Like when you scale a business, you have to first you can't even be involved like as far as the actual physical work. You really have to sit back and see where's the revenue coming in. How can I allot specific revenue to certain pieces? So y'all, this is a good episode, okay? Y'all might
Yeah.
want to when it's over, watch it again.
Yeah.
For
Yes,
real.
it's a lot, because I do payroll. I do everything. I do my own bookkeeping, and keep in mind, I didn't know how to do any of this. It took a lot of trial and error, but
Hmm.
once you kind of sit down and and I wrote down everything, all the mistakes that I did, because I do want to do an ebook. Because I feel like people only give you just a little bit, and then they want you to work for the
Yeah,
rest
work
of
for the
it. But
rest.
I want to be able to, because it's money out here for everyone to
Oh yeah, for sure.
get. And and honestly, everybody is not meant to be business owners, and everybody is not meant
True.
to work. And I don't knock anyone that goes to a 9 to 5, but they was like, well, that's money I can always look forward to.
Hmm.
And when you put that in quotations, at will, they can
Yeah,
always get rid of you. So your job is still at risk, even with a 9 to 5.
yeah.
But when you work a 9 to 5, you sacrifice so much. You sacrifice your family. You sacrifice, yourself to make someone else, rich. And they barely do any of the work. And so I value that I will always spearhead my team. I'm never
Hmm.
too good to get out there and clean, because that's where I started, and I will go out and still do it.
Right. That's amazing. It's actually incredible that you pretty much just went out on a limb, took the information that you could find around you, and just took it and built. Like now you
Yes.
have this business that we're talking about now. I really admire that. It takes a lot of gall to really just go for it and learn. make mistakes,
Mhm.
wins, losses. Some people, like you said, everybody's just not made to be a business owner. But
Yeah.
on this channel, we are not down in the people who work normal jobs. We
No,
actually
we are not.
come work for us.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Yeah.
take care of you.
Yeah. We'll show you what real leaders are about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
why we highlight good leaders like Tabatha on this channel, because a lot of the time, working with companies, they really look at you as like disposable. So we look at
Hmm.
everybody as equals, regardless of
Right.
whether we're leaders or not. So
Right.
yeah, I
Right.
really admire you for that, Tabatha.
Thank
It's
you.
always good to find people like that for real.
Yes.
So now that we done came to the end, is there anything else that you want to tell our people watching? Any websites, social media links, or any quotes, gestures that you might want to tell people?
Okay. So one of my quotes that I do love is
Mhm.
I think it's Oscar Wilde. It's be yourself because everyone else is taken. So just be your
Nice.
authentic self because you'll go so much further if you just be yourself.
Yo, that's
And my
real.
social media sites is T&J Cleaning Service. And you'll see me with my alter ego as my profile picture. And that's for um, my Facebook. And on my Instagram is TJ Cleaning. No, TJ Clean, CLEANI, serve, SERV number 4. Because it's a common T&J. It's so common. So I had to make it look more unique. And that's for my Instagram. And my website is www.tnjcleaning.com.
It'll be on the screen somewhere. I don't know where it's gonna be at, but thank you,
Okay.
Tabitha. Appreciate you for
Thank you.
giving these kind and wise words to the people watching. Also, just chopping it up with me. We pretty much like homies now. So you'll be back on, I'm sure, probably here in a few weeks. So
Yep.
y'all keep an eye out for her. Please show her some love. Check
Yep.
out her link. Get put her to work. Put her team to work.
We're ready.
Yes, she look. Y'all see that? She
Yes, we're
said she
ready.
ready. She ain't playing around. So if you enjoyed this video, please, of course, like the video, leave a comment, leave some nice, beautiful words, a poem for Tabitha, write her a haiku in the comments, let her know how great she is. Also, if you think this video can help someone, share it with your family, share it with your friends. We'll be back. I try to do at least 1 or 2 episodes a week. Uh, y'all know where I'm at. I'm on YouTube at Lord Shu, or you can find me on After Five the podcast, Ali After Five. And all this information will be in the description box below. I'll have all the Tabitha's information down there as well. So y'all please check it out. We're gonna wrap up today's episode and send some love to Arkansas. I know they just had a tornado go through Little Rock like a few days ago.
Yes.
So I'm sending
And
love and
win.
blessings. Yeah, see, it's getting crazy out here in this world. So we gotta get closer. Moments like this, we gotta cherish and get closer with the ones that
Mhm.
we love and we cherish in our lives. So sending special prayers and love and shout out to everybody who was affected by that in the
Yep.
area. Hopefully it's not too bad. I know we've been getting some weird weather here too. So y'all stay down, stay safe. Lord shoot, puts a blessing on this message with the family watching, all the families watching today. And until next time, y'all, we out.